Israel, a long, narrow stretch of land at the southeastern corner of the Mediterranean, situated between Africa and Asia and on the edge of Europe.
It's such a small country, less than 700 kilometers long, and in some places not wider than 16 kilometers. The variety of the geographical areas, it's fascinating because we have the seashore, which it is sandy, then the hills, then the mountains, and then the beginning of the desert to the east.
Israel has been a Roman province, a Crusader kingdom, a domain of Egypt and Turkey, and a British protectorate. Birthplace of Christianity, the country has a human history that goes back over 500,000 years. Most travelers start their explorations in the city of Jerusalem.
For over 2,000 years, anybody who wanted to defend Jerusalem had to defend the hill on which we're currently standing. Anybody who wanted to conquer Jerusalem had to conquer this hill. And you see how Jerusalem started off. It started off as a small town, small village in today's standards. Wouldn't have taken you more than 5 minutes to walk from one end to the other, on a tiny hill on the edge of the desert in the middle of nowhere.
Whether you're bartering in an Arab bazaar or following in the footsteps of Jesus, this ancient city is sure to stimulate your senses. Nowadays, you can easily spend a few days or even weeks wandering around the ancient laneways of Jerusalem. There's a long list of fascinating sights: the Western Wall, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the Dome of the Rock, and of course the Via Dolorosa, the Street of Sorrows, where Jesus carried his cross to his crucifixion. Pilgrims flock here year-round to follow in the footsteps of Jesus. Another important stop on your tour is Masada. High above the Dead Sea, on top of a sheer-sided plateau, Herod the Great built his mighty fortress. Peace reigned for barely 60 years after his death in 4 AD, and then the Jews of the region found themselves battling Roman tyranny. 1,000 of them, including women and children, took refuge here.
They came here to Masada, tried to live, tried to continue fighting against the Romans. They continued to fight against the Romans from 70 to 74, means 4 years. Disconnected from all the world, they kept Judaism.
Determined to conquer the Jews, the soldiers built a ramp to the top of Masada. But rather than become slaves to the Romans, the Jewish zealots threw themselves over the cliffs in a mass suicide. Today, Masada has become a popular site for bar mitzvahs. Visitors can catch a swift cable car to the top or tackle the hour-long climb up the Snake Trail. After hiking up Masada, you might be in need of some muscle therapy. Well, just up the road is Ein Gedi, Israel's famous spa center. Here you can take a dip in the Dead Sea, slap on some mud that's packed with health benefits, or just enjoy a massage at the resort. This is the lowest place on earth, but after a few hours here, you're bound to feel uplifted.
We are using the sun, we're using the air, we're using the water of the Dead Sea, we're using the muds of the Dead Sea, and we're using hot springs around it.
This is Akko, where visitors can go underground to explore the remains of this ancient Crusader capital.
When you are going down to these tunnels with a candle, you can see only 1.5 meters in front of you. And with this candle, we go through these huge underground tunnels. And we go and go and go, and there is no end.
If you dig archaeology, there are several other important places to see. Built by Herod the Great in 63 BCE, Caesarea enjoys a fabulous setting further south on the Mediterranean coast. This region also boasts a splendid beach, and don't miss the 2 nearby aqueducts. And going inland, closer to the border with Jordan, you'll discover Bet Shean, where archaeologists are still unearthing secrets to the past. Both are open for visitors to explore or even get involved in the excavations. And there's another part of the country that is well worth exploring: the food.
Because Israel, it's a country of immigration, and people came from all over the world, we have an unbelievable variety of different kind of restaurants.
You can sample the multicultural side of Israel every day. potpourri of ingredients mixed from Europe, America, Africa, and the Arab world. Israel offers a wide range of accommodation, from hostels to high-class hotels, and for a truly authentic experience, you might want to check into one of the country's many kibbutzim, which are scattered mainly in rural areas. For more information, visit our website on topoftheworld.net.